What is going on, everybody? So as you can see, a lot of my subscribers, hey, look, Chad, what's actually at, what is it, AutoZone? They actually wrote me about a day or two ago, or actually, like, it was sometime last week. Anyways, this just showed up, all of 2019 products so far from Turtle Wax that they actually have bottled, he told me, actually now here in my house. This is the big one everybody wants to know. It's their Ice Shine. Again, it's just now, I think, at AutoZone, so if anybody watches this later, you guys are going to be checking. I'm freezing, by the way, tonight. It is only like 40-something degrees M in the garage, okay? So Italy, I only have a thing on. I know you northerners are like, oh, you can handle it. I'm telling you, I've been in snow. This is cold here. I just rode my motorcycle home, so I'm a little bit cold. Anyways, y'all, I wanted to do a quick live stream. I don't have tons of battery power, but I didn't get to do it last night. We've been house shopping, and everybody you guys have seen on Instagram. We've been a little bit of car shopping too, so that should be pretty fun here in the week. You should see another vehicle in the driveway. But I wanted to come out here and tell you what we did pick up here from Turtle Wax. Now, I do want to go ahead and update you guys for anybody from last week. Last week, everybody was watching when the McGuire ceramic coat came on. Here's what went on. So, because of the cold front that just came in here in Florida, you guys up north are having tons of snow. We had a lot of heavy rains here. So on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it was just nasty here, like heavy rains, very windy. Obviously, I couldn't take care of my wife's minivan, so it really sketched that whole thing up. So I do apologize. I was trying to get it out for you guys. I was going to get it. Trust me, you will see this as soon as I can get a hold of her van, and you will be getting to actually see the test on that. So bear with me, guys. And I want to, maybe this weekend I'm going to get it. I know for a fact we got to take my blue back over to Tampa. It's having an oil leak problem somewhere. So I've been leaking oil all over the ground out there, and I'm like, oh my God. So I got to take it back to the Tampa guy, and he's going to fix it all for me. And I said, here, just fix it again. So there's a seal or something that's gone bad over the years. So I will be actually out of town, but I am going to go ahead and actually get that done. I'm going to take care of her van. Hopefully it's warmer. You can see, I hope the camera's not shaking too much because, yes, I am little bit cold inside the garage. Right, the garage, of course, is not heated, and we are only like 43 degrees here in the Orlando area. So right now, so I'm kind of shaking a little bit. Live stream, yeah, buddy. My subscribers, Twilight something. Where is his name at? I have it somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Artist Highlights. So Artist Highlights, for anybody who didn't know, who was entering late last week, I actually did a giveaway. I gave away some car care leather for their car soap and some Limitless Car Care Swift Shine. I gave it away. Very cool guy. I sent it out to California, so 2 shout-outs out to you. Sometimes you got to stay in these live streams because I actually have a lot of stuff to be given away. Take care of somebody, just some random Joe that's going to kind of do a live stream search or a giveaway, that is. So please let me know. You know, I really want to do more giveaways. Freezing in here right now, by the way, guys. So I don't know how long we're going to actually stay on here because, like I said, it's in the garage. We're in the low 40s right now in Orlando, and I'm like this, even with my stuff. You know, I should put a jacket on real quick. I have some of my motorcycle jackets out here, so I'm going to put that here. 1 second, guys. Get my jacket. Get my leather motorcycle jacket. That way I can stay a little bit warmer. It's nuts, man. So I had this jacket on. I had my sweater on. I have a T-shirt on underneath it. And then I have a rain jacket that's, you know, it's weatherproof. And that's what I actually rode in my tonight. And I just got home from work. Dude, I was freezing. So I was riding like this, and plus I had the windbreaker jacket on, and I was like, oh! But once I had the windbreaker, it held all the heat in. I felt fine, but my hands, oh my God, they hurting because it was like 43 degrees. So here I am riding out there on the motorcycle in the weather, and I was like, so it was pretty fun. Masterson's all day. Yeah, man, I haven't heard from Greg in a long time. I think he like fell off or whatever. 6 degrees above in Newton, Kenora. Take the dog out. You know, the funny thing is, for anybody who doesn't know about how Florida works, Florida has humidity. Everybody knows that. All you guys are like, humidity sucks. Well, imagine now you have humidity plus cold. So the cold is actually makes you feel like it's super wet, which is really weird. I don't know why the screen is shaking so much. So it makes you feel really, really wet, and because of that, it feels so much colder. Again, I've been in snow to shoulder high. We were in Alaska up on top of the mountains when we went on one of our cruises, and I was just sitting there. I'm going to put this right here for now because my hands are like shaking a little bit. So we went to Alaska, and I was actually it's cool. They like dig the tunnels out, and the snow was like this deep, and I just had a light jacket on, and I'm like, this is cool, you know. And then we went out and saw the top of the mountain, like off the trail because it's so deep. So it was like May, and when you would take steps, if you did somebody else's footprints, like the areas, it would literally go all the way up to your waist because it's so deep. It was crazy, but you know what? It just a light jacket is all it took. Well, here in Florida, humidity. I'm like, the whole time. It's a different feeling. Even my grandma says that. From upstate New York in Buffalo, and she's like, it's freezing. And I'm like, it's only 60-something degrees. And it's freezing here. So giving you guys a heads up. Let me catch up on what you guys have to say. So I do apologize. Giveaways mistakes 17, yeah, negative 17. The closest I've been in is negative 25, and that was when I was in Illinois. And I was probably like 12, 13 years old, and we used to go sledding. And sled hills and everything. And it was only one other kid that showed up that morning to the sled hill. And it was another kid in Florida, as a matter of fact, up in Illinois. And it was just, everybody said it was too cold, but I wanted to snow and I wanted to sled. And so I had my grandpa take me out there, and he stayed in the car the whole time. I would just go up and down the hill, and I was all by myself except for the one other kid who happened to be from Florida. Yeah, dude, I was in, I'm getting, what is it? I heard Chicago was all, Melissa from 303 contacted me. She's got a lot of stuff, because you guys got to see the stuff. Where is it? Here. You guys got to see the touchless sealant video here? Dude, this is absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, I did it over a month ago, but the problem is, so here's how it works with my test videos. Say, we'll give you an example. 303 Products sends me this product for testing. They say, Chad, you can test it out, but you can't make the video as a live until we make it as a, what's it called? A public notice. Like, you know, we're going to put it out of a brand new product. So once we put it out that day, you're allowed to make the video go live to the public so the public can see it. So I made the video well over a month ago, and they told me, hey, that's fine. So I could share it privately with them, but they make the video public. Let me tell you, the car has been rained on tons of times. It's been washed tons of times. This sucker beads like sheets like I've never seen before. And you can be, this is the laziest and easiest way to put a sealant on a car I've ever done before. I mean, literally, all you do is wash the car down, make sure the car is wet still, and just spray this on there. And again, you guys got to see in the video, I put 2 full coats of it on there. I went in the whole car, and just, you take the hose and spray it back off again. That was all you had to do. I mean, I've never had a product so easy that worked so good. I know it's probably a little, so she told me it's like $20-something. And I did ask her about that. She said, I said, have you compared it to other companies? Now you have like, and I told her, I said, look, you got Turtle Wax now coming out with their new sealant. Then you got McGuire Ceramic that's holding up the phone right now. I said, have you compared them to prices? I think you might be just a little high. And she said they are looking into it and all this stuff. But again, a lot of times it comes up to what the stores want to price it at. But that, I guess, is the MSRP. But look at this. Is amazing, and I hope you guys get to at least see the, because it's unreal. That all I had to do is, the car was went, I just came back in there and sprayed it down with the hose, and I was like, that's it, that's all I do. I don't have to like buff it out, I don't have to, you know, spread it out like a wax or anything. It was like it, and yeah, that's it. I mean, I was loving it. So super excited about this. If you haven't tried it, go try it. I'm telling you, it's worth every penny. As well as, I would say maybe go to get it online, see if it's cheaper on one of their online stores with some free shipping. But definitely pick this up. I've never had such a good product. Like, oh my God, every time it rains, you should see it. It's just like amazingly tight all the way down. You guys know how it like kind of like ramps out like this, and you know the water goes down. Oh, it's beautiful. So love that product. And I would just, I hope if you haven't seen the video, just go watch. Ridiculous. But I was really hyped about that, and I really wanted to show you guys that for such a long time. But then when I get these products in for testing from this company, from other, I get Turtle Wax, I get a lot of different companies' products months beforehand for testing purposes. I have to an agreement, as you would probably assume, that I will not actually tell anybody the product. I can't share it. Now I can share the results or whatever like I did, but I can't name the product. I can't tell you. I can't show you me applying it. Nothing. So I was able to show you just the end result, all I could do, and it was just like, oh, I really want to show you guys, but I had to wait for well over a month, and then they finally came out and said, hey, you can put it up live, and I was like, sweet, and that worked out. So if you guys haven't seen the video, go watch it. The stuff is stellar, and you should. My blue car, amazing right now. I love it. Actually, let's see, snowing cold here. Yeah, it's actually. I've seen it snow twice in Florida where we got like 1 inch, 2 or 3 inches on the ground, but that was in North Florida, not here. North Florida gets so much colder. I'll give you an example for anybody who doesn't know Florida. In Central Florida, in the Orlando area, in Kissimmee, if you go 2.5 hours north to Jacksonville, Florida, right on the Georgia line, it will literally be 15, 20 degrees cold on nights like this. It's just unbearable. it'll be in the 20s, and here we are only in the 40s, and it's 2.5 hours drive away. It's just so much different, and that's when I've seen it snow a couple times when I was living in North Florida. Humidity. Oh yeah, in California, when I was in California the one time, the humidity was definitely really low out because I guess their climate. It's high here during the wind, and you saw my car is so salty. It's disgusting, man. And the thing is, you guys have all seen the car by now. The Prelude came from New York. It was 5 years old when I bought it. It had like 36,000 miles on it when I bought that back in 2006. And little did I know that it had 5 years worth of rust buildup or just the salt and decay starting on it. Because when I looked over the car when I got it, there was no rust at all. It was just absolute mint condition, not even like a scratch on it. And now you see it today, and that's what happened. So I would be like, no, if I had to look north, I'd be biggest junk beater there was, like some 90s Honda Civic or something like that. Just so really cheap. I knew it would be reliable, and I could take it out during the winter. And that's what generally I would do. Like I've heard a lot of the guys, they have sports cars. They literally put the insurance on only some parts of the year when they need it, and then they take the insurance back off, and they just park the car the rest of the year. And that's actually a real idea, but I'll be like, I don't know, man, how you guys do it up north, because I've driven in the snow. That blue car, driven in so much snow. I've spun it out in black ice, and it was actually in Kentucky. I spun out and went off the highway. That car is not very fun to drive. I had summer tires on, there's no traction. I'm thinking about getting a job, summer job. Would you sing PC good? I don't know if I don't have the patience for fixing stuff. I like building the PCs, but figuring out somebody's problems, I couldn't do it. I don't have patience for it. Salt on cars, you should see. I have pictures of the blue car, and you guys see blue, and there's salt streams of lines all the way up the side when I come back to Florida. It was nuts. I actually would wash it a couple times. I went through just one of those touchless car washes up there in Rochester, New York, and that's what we would do like 2 or 3 times a week, just to make sure it was completely, had the undercarriage washed and everything. I would just drive it back, and the roads were so nasty all the way back from upstate New York that it would just be covered in salt for the next couple of days before I was able to wash it again once I was back in Florida. It was horrible. Streams on Monday nights. Good to hear you, poop. Yeah, it's just, the last couple of days. You guys have been we've been doing some house shopping. And yesterday we looked at 2 houses, and then we went to dinner, and we did something else. And by the time I get home at night, my sleep schedule was so jacked up that I was literally passing out at midnight. I was like, I can't even stay up anymore. I'm so tired. But they're both asleep right now. I was like, I'll come hang out. I got home from work really late, and I was just like, you know what? I haven't had a live stream. I'm going to hang out with you guys for a little bit. What's up, Venom? How you doing, man? Technically, it's Tuesday morning. Yeah, it is actually. Haven't done a proper hard wash on my hand washing my car in over a month. I just use laser washes to clean my. Okay. Have you ever scrolled down YouTube comments to see? Oh yeah, comment especially on the popular channel. Have you scrolled down YouTube comments and see? Oh yeah, comment. I don't know about that. Ian, do you have a video on that stuff? On this stuff right here, Ian, or are we talking about on the new turtle wax right here that's actually on the thumbnail? This, I literally just got in, so I have not tested it. Give me a couple days. It literally just hit the door, like I think it was yesterday or the day before. And so this literally just came in with law 2017, or I'm sorry, Jesus, I'm getting old. The 2019 products from Turtle Wax, they sent them all to me for review. So I haven't even tested it. I literally ripped it out of the box, and I'm like, I will show you guys and let you guys know, like, hey, look what they sent me. You know, because when I did it yesterday or last week when I showed the ceramic coating, there's so many haters that come out of the woodwork and oh, it must be nice, and it just goes all nonstop. When in reality, they did send to me, but I actually bought all my Meguiar's products. Meguiar's has never contacted me ever in my lifetime of YouTube. So where Turtle Wax has, and I've gotten their stuff, and 303 and Limitless all sent me stuff for free for testing. You know, Meguiar's has never contacted me. So you do get a lot of things that come out like the woodwork. It's beyond belief. I have one guy on Instagram. I posted a picture. I know I'm serious now. I'm going to go get a Civic Type R probably the next week. I've been dealing with a couple deal in Florida who decided to play the switcheroo number games on me, and I was like, yeah, get out of here, dude. As soon as I got for the final product or the final write-up, and that guy just went off on me, just going off on my Instagram comments. Of course, I blocked him. I didn't respond, but he posted all these pictures. You think you're better than us? And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? You know, and he was going off, and I was just like, whatever, blocked him, just deleted the comments. And it really is funny stuff you get. You know, I'm like, dear God, like my wife wants the house. I don't care about the house, but Nana wants the car. So it just, of course, I have to go with her, and just like she's gonna go with me. Like we TCR out to headquarters Honda in Claremont, Florida, which is right on the west of Orlando. near where we're looking to live, and we went to do the deal so I get the very next blue Civic Type R that would get shipped in. Well, they required you to have $899 in accessories because, like, basically almost nobody's selling them at MSRP. They're always asking thousands above, and that was their quota that you'd have to get $899 in accessories. Then you had to pay for stuff. Well, when I got there, it's like, well, you have to pay for install. And I'm like, bro, I'm giving you MSRP plus I'm buying $899 in accessories. The least you could do would be to suck that up, and add that or whatever. I said, just take the installs and just, take it out of the profit. I said, because I'm paying you MSRP. I said, if it was another Civic right now, I said, we'd be talking thousands less under MSRP and you'd be taking the deal. Like, I know, but this is a Type R. I can't do that. I'm like, then you're going to lose a sale over a couple $100 in install fees. And he's like, we will. And I'm like, then you have a great day, sir. And I walked out on him and I never heard from him again. So, these dealers are just so stingy. Where the headquarters Honda, which we're going to, I'm going to buy the Civic. They actually have a blue Civic Type R in stock. They actually started at $43,000, and I was like, for a $36,000 car, like. And then he said, well, we'll do $2,000 for you, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying over MSRP. Then a couple of days ago, they wrote and said $600 over MSRP. And I said, no, I'm not paying it. And I said, I'm having dealers up in the Midwest offering me MSRP. All I have to do is fly up there one way to Ohio and drive it home. And then, today they came to me and said, well, how about $450 over to MSRP? And I'm like, okay, I'm doing the math now. Okay, fine, $450 we can agree on. So I gotta actually put a down payment on it. They have to they're gonna do a credit card down payment because it's over in Tampa, and then I'll go pick it up next photo. And he said, yeah, that's totally fine. So I figured with the flight and then all the gas money to drive all the way from Ohio or whatever, it's gonna equal out. Plus I don't have to put a bunch of miles on it or spend all the time on the weekend to drive back when Tampa is, it's from here with good, it's about an hour and 15 minutes here with no traffic, which means I-4 will be a complete nightmare, and I-4 will be a parking lot like it usually is, so it'll probably take me 2 hours or more to get to Tampa. But that's my thing. I'm going to pick up the Type R tomorrow, next week. So for you guys who don't know, I am picking up the Civic R. The two-door game sucks anymore, and I was like, I'm done. I'm paying $2,000 a month on the GTR, afford a $500 payment on the car, and just pay $1,500 a month on the GTR because it's almost paid off at the end of the summer. And I'm like, I'll do that. So that's a little heads up prize for you guys. January's almost over. No, McKee's. Funny thing about McKee's, Jacob, I see what you're saying. McKee's actually contacted me about a year or two ago, and they asked me, hey, would you want to try our products? And I was like, sure. Well, then they just never contacted me again. I don't know. McKee's, they just wrote me off, I guess, that maybe I wasn't doing good stuff enough for them or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. And they just kind of left. I just never heard from them again. And I was like, all right. Like they asked for my address and did everything for me. And we spoke through a private message. And then I just never heard from them again. So I don't know what happened to the guy when he lost his job and, the contact away or what. I don't know. So 303 originally made aerospace. Yeah, they have the aerospace stuff. The original 303 protectant. Well, let's see if it's down there. No, I don't have it. The bottles are in a box somewhere. Come on, focus. So, yeah, they're in a bottle in a box somewhere, so that way but you guys remember the aerospace protectant? It's amazing quality. Really, really good, especially here in Florida, where the sun eats away the dashes and stuff like that. Really, really good. And it doesn't give you any shine or anything like that. That's the really good thing about 303. For guys who don't like shine on the dash, it's a really, really good product. So what I do is I put it all over the dash. I open up the doors, spray it into the microfiber towel, and then I just kind of run my hands through the door trim and all the rubber door trim, and then try and treat those two. What's up, How you doing, man? You should take the white car through the Swirl-O-Matic, and then you have something to test. The paint's in terrible condition. You have no idea, Dalton. The paint is literally flaking off of the white car. The camera is sitting on top of the white car. I'll show it to you guys. So the camera is just sitting on top of the car, and he told me, he said, I can get you in next Tuesday to get the actual repaired, so that way it'll actually work. So next Tuesday, sometime next week, I'll be dropping this car off to actually have the rust repaired on it. He said he'd repaint the whole thing for me. His uncle will do it as like a friend deal for $800 and something. So repaint the entire white car, fix the little 2 rust spots so they can put the windshield back in. And he said that'll do all the door jams. I was like, $1,800 and something bucks. I was like, let's do it. Let's just go ahead and repaint the car. So then, we can have another test bed for products. I mean, this car is a classic here. And I think, 2 years? It'll be 30 years old. So... And I never sell it. My wife keeps saying, don't sell it. I'm like, Jesus, we're going to have another car in the driveway here. I was like, that's a couple grand I can make, and I can put it towards the down payment or essentially the payment of the new Civic. And she's like, no, that means I won't have an automatic if my car ever breaks down. I'm like, you have a Toyota. That thing's never going to. But, You know, it's my wife's decision. What's the new product? Here, Christian, I'll show it to you right now, buddy. Sorry if I'm a little bit behind on your things. It's the Ice and Shine. It's the Ice Sealant Shine. So what it is it says a high synthetic sealant infused with a carnauba wax for superior repellency and. So it kind of is like it's definitely like this kind of sealant. I don't know though. This is. I can read over the directions for you guys real quick if you guys want to hang in there with me. Let me see. Directions. It says shake bottle well. Wash car before pouring. Spray concentrated formula lightly onto car, one panel at a time. Only wipe with a clean microfiber towel. It says for best shine and beating, paint should be free of oxygen and surface contaminants. Clear polish first if needed. Can be used on wheels, which is a cool thing. A lot of people are always asking, can you put like this kind of stuff on your wheels? Yeah, that's not going to hurt it. Stuff won't hurt it. Can be used on wheels, exterior, glasses, plastics. You get microfiber or rinse with water to remove streaks or excess product. So this can be used again on your glass. I use this on my glass when I got it to the blue car. And dude, it was raining really heavy. Remember I told you it's been raining a lot? The water beads just like zip off the car. It's a really good product. I haven't tested this out, but I'm sure you guys in the next couple of days, I'm going to figure it out. I don't care if I strip the wax off the top of the GTR. I'm going to test it out because I really want to see for myself what it's actually like. What's up, Jasquar? How you doing, man? Where can you buy a 303? Okay, so from what I sell, Joel, you can buy it from either the 303's website or you can get it from Advanced AutoZone? Yeah, try AutoZone. I have the link in the description below where you can get it from. Melissa from 303 did contact me. The first company is like the other stuff there. I think it's AutoZone where you can get them first. So try it there first. If not, just buy it online because online is probably cheaper anyways. I want you guys to save the money. Let's face it. I don't want you because AutoZone to me is like huge rip-off. They overcharge for what the products are. Just go buy it offline if you're willing to wait a couple. You know, it's really no big deal to save $3 or $4 or $5. Are you really going to use it till tomorrow day, or can you wait 3 or 4 more days? Wait the 3 or 4 more days. That's what I always recommend. I want you guys to save money. That's part of the reason why I kind of make these videos so that way you guys can save money. You guys can see what the results are. I'll give you my results, and then you can base it off of whether you're interested in buying it or you're not interested in financially what you guys want to do. And that's just been basically how the channel went down. And then more and more companies kept sending me stuff. Hey, come try out our stuff. And I'm like, okay. And that's the way it went down. Touchless car washes never clean car. All I was using it for the touchless is for that. What's up, Artist? How you doing, buddy? So Artist, there's the one that won these. So last week when I did the giveaway, I sent these to him the next day. I even texted him a picture of the actual receipt, and he actually texted me back about a days later when they actually arrived. So, Artist, if you get a chance to test it out, let me know what you think about it. I actually used my limitless leather today when I actually washed the GTR, if you guys saw my Instagram. What's been going on? What part of Illinois? Illinois in Champaign, Illinois. Champaign-Urbana. I lives in Champaign, takes care of my grandma. She's 98, but she's starting to have a lot of health problems now, so I don't know if she's actually going to make it another year or two because it's getting pretty bad, my dad said. Where Charles of Advanced Auto Parts 2 weeks away? $10 a bottle. Okay, that's not bad then. I'm from more into tech now. Back in a few years, I was a huge car, but I wasn't much car related. Well, now I'm watching PC build. Oh, yeah. Nice motorcycle jacket. What brand is it? I don't know what brand it is. I have to place the 2 sway bar links. Get ready to move to Arkansas this week? Nah, man, it's too cold out right now. I don't want to move anywhere. Sometimes you need to troll the trolls. Always, man. I don't have the touchless car wash because thing. Again, guys, I am sorry. I'm catching up on all the questions. I was, of course, getting all the information out first about all the products. So please bear with me, guys. I am reading buddy stuff. So just if you're like, you're not answering my questions, I am going to get to them. I'm just scrolling through real quick. I still love you guys. What's up, Ben? How you doing, buddy? What color Type R? It's going to be blue. If you go on my Instagram, if you have Instagram, follow at Accord79, the same exact way, ACC0RD79, and that way you can see exactly what I was talking about. So I will be picking it up in West Shore Honda or in Tampa, Florida. So I joined the Florida Civic Type R group, and I was asking anybody have any leads on some MSRP prices. Well, come to find out, one of the Type R owners is a sales over there in Tampa. And we've been talking back and forth and about how they've been getting screwed around and stuff by Miami Lakes and some of the other ones like Claremont. They told me, oh, it's MSRP. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do the paperwork then. And as soon as you do the paperwork, oh, here's another $4,000 or $5,000 above MSRP. I said, no, you straight up blatantly lied to me. You told me this. So then I go on to Google reviews and he said, let me see what I can work out for you. Within 2 days, he's now got me to $460 above it. And I'm like, you know, if I fly into Ohio, it's going to cost me $160 something, plus all the gasoline, plus my time. And I'm like, at that rate to get MSRP in Florida, essentially, I'll just take it for that. I don't want to give it up. So it's going to be the blue one. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I do post the stuff. I usually do Instagram right away though, just because it's easier for me to access via my phone, and then I'll post up stuff later on my Facebook account. So either or, and that way you can actually see what's going on. What's up, William? Man? Are you going to tune the GTR? No. Here's something that I always try and explain to people. When you have a car that is going to be 99% of the cars that you'll see every day on the road, why do you want a lot more power? I mean, I've never seen the point of it because it has so much power already that I don't really see the need for it. When you get on the GTR, it's the craziest feeling in the world. It's almost at the point of like the acceleration of being on the sports bike, where you just hammer into it. It's like, ooh, and it's just gone. I mean, it's just like, oh my God. Now, obviously, you don't feel the wind in your face and stuff like you do on the motorcycles, but the speed and adrenaline you get from it is like nothing I've ever seen. So again, it's hard for me to rationalize putting a lot of money into a car that's already super fast that I'm like, what am I doing? Am I taking it to the drag strip? No. Am I street racing? No. So for me, I don't need to spend more money on it. Again, it'll be, if I didn't buy the Civic, it would be paid off here in like 4 or 5 months. And I just figured, you know what, let me get a 4-door. It's pissing me off. My son's having to ride in the front seat of my Prelude, so she's not really supposed to be in the front seat. And I just said it was time to get a 4-door. And after I saw how much an Audi S8 alternator is, $2,100 for just an alternator from Audi, I was like, hell to the nah. And I was like, no way, that's it. I'm getting the Civic. That's what I did. Yes, I will do a video picking it up. So I guarantee you it's going to be probably next Saturday. So I have to put the deposit down. I actually wrote him. I'm like, he's been writing me through instant messages. So we got talking like that. And I said, he said he was going to email me the sheet I needed to fill out the whatever the deposit thing on it, and so that they'll hold the car for a week. And then I wrote him back tonight. I was like, hey man, I just got home from work and I never got it. If you can shoot it to me real quick, I'll give you the information so that way you can. They had to put money on the credit card, so that way it holds the car and then it goes towards your direct deposit. So that's what's going on. Michael, get you a Civic Type R, Fort Walton Beach Honda, and a Gina Blue Metallic NSP. It's about the principle. You should. The problem with that is, Lizard, I've not no problem, but you know how far Fort Walton is from here. Fort Walton, for anybody who doesn't know, is up in the Florida Panhandle near Pensacola, and the problem is I'd have to fly all the way up there, so that would be probably about $200 one way, and then I'd have to drive it all the way back down. And that's where I was starting to get to the math there, where I'm like, okay, how much is it going to cost in doing all of that? And that's where it gets to. So I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I really do appreciate you guys looking out for me. I've had subscribers. I've had multiple subscribers do the same thing you did, Lizard, where they say, look, I'm going to sell this state or this state. We'll sell it to you at MSRP if you want to fly up here and get it, because of our relationship through YouTube. And I said, well, I'll let you know. And then this deal came up. Again, I was going to have to spend a couple $100s to fly with gasoline. It was going to cost me $400 to $500 from up north. And I was just like, you know, I'm not going to put the miles on the car. I don't have to deal with all that horrific weather you guys are having up north. I'll just buy it here in Florida for 400 something above. And that'll be easy for me, because from here to Tampa is only like technically like 75 miles. It's not that far. Thoughts on the ammo products? I haven't used any of the ammo products at all. Artist Dalton, thank you so much, man. Use this for Jay Leno wash. Yeah, I did see it. I see AutoZone has it. And it's actually, for AutoZone, not a bad price. I think it's like $9.99, which means it's probably like $6 or $7 normally. But I will pick it up, man. Thanks so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Mustang GT500. Are you asking just my opinion on it? It's really cool. But I'm not an American car guy. You guys know that. 2, I need a 4-door car. That's what I was doing. My wife was like, you should get a minivan. No. Now, if they had the Odyssey Type R, like I saw those pictures, I would jump on in a heartbeat. But there is no Odyssey Type R right now. There's only a Civic Type R, until maybe a Honda Fit or a Honda Accord comes out in Type R standard. And I'm like, whatever. And I want a 4-door car because literally my son is sitting in the front seat, and I know he's not supposed to with airbags. So I just let him sit in the front seat with me, because I'm like, I can't barely even get him back in the back. It was ridiculous. I took him to the GTR over the weekend, and he was in the back seat. It was terrible. I'm stepping back seat like this, his head is hitting the top of the seat, the roof here, just to get him in there. His head was hitting the roof while I'm trying to sit him in the car seat. It was hilarious. Like, this has got to end. This has got to end. So I was like, I've got to be an adult and buy a four-door car. I test drove so many cars, and I just was not happy. And I'm like, you know what? I test drove the Civic Type R when the man let me test it for him. And I was like, you know, it's fun still. It has a little bit of power. It's unique. Type R's really hold their value a lot. You'll still have a lot of fun with it. So why not? 35,000 bucks. You know, I'm not going to complain at that level. Turtle wax. Yeah, Rudy. Here you go, Rudy. Turtle wax. Right here, turtle. Get your turtles. Get your turtles. This is their new sealant that's coming out for 2019. Just got it in the mail, so I will be trying this out in the next couple days. Please start looking for this way. It's carnauba based. It's actually a hybrid base. For you just asked, it's hybrid, synthetic sealant infused with carnauba wax. So it's actually a sealant first, but it has some carnauba wax added to it as well for the shine factor. But the sealant won't be affected. You know what I mean? When are you gonna go try the Master Ceramic? He was gonna send it to me. I haven't heard from Greg Masterson in a very long time. I don't know what's going on with him there, but you know, normally he was sending me all the products, and then I guess maybe I didn't give him A+. Very nice guy, very nice guy. But maybe his products, I never said his products were A+. He had a couple of really amazing products, but not all of his products are amazing. And so I gave him fair reviews, like solid or something. And maybe he wanted straight A reviews from me. And of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you guys fair and balanced reviews. And even though I like him a lot, and I do like a lot of his products, a couple of his products were maybe B rated products, and they weren't the best. And I would say that, and I guess maybe he didn't like that. I don't know. I mean, I could always buy the products from him, but you know, he always promised me he's going to send me all this stuff. So, you know, and that just goes to being where I'm getting truthful. Maybe he's just too busy. I don't know. He said he's going to send me some stuff, and I never got it. And it's been so. Who knows, man? Maybe he's just really, really busy. So, and I told him that I always try and be truthful one way or another. I don't care what company sends me stuff. I will tell you the truth right away. I will not lie to you. And they either accept it or they say no, because and I've never had a company come out and say, you will say that it's A-rated or we'll never send it, because I'm like, why would I lose out on like subscribers to start lying to you guys over a $10 product? That's just so stupid. So I've never had that problem. Nobody's ever told me to do it. Really, really do like that. Most of them will say, just tell me what you want us to work on. And I'm like, cool, I'm okay with that. Cars make the paint car soap hydrophobic. Then you're going to need some kind of wash and wax if you want stuff like that, because a soap in general is not going to make it hydrophobic. You probably look at either the Mother's Wash and Wax or the Eagle One Wash and Wax. Those two are my favorite waxes by far. Very sudsy, very thick, very rich, and you can buy them at your local stores, which is really cool. How often do you go live? Oh, I'm sorry, once a week. I always do once a week. Sometimes I would do it more once a week. Once I go pick up the Honda over there at it's called, you guys look it up. It's called West Shore Honda over in Tampa. It's literally. Here we are standing in front of the dealership. I turn this way and I look this way. Right across the street, it's Dale Mabry, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers football team stadium. It's literally right there across the street. So if you guys look it up, just walk out the front door and then oh, there's the stadium. That's how close it is. It's literally right across the street from the stadium for the Buccaneers. So I'll probably do a live stream on time for you guys. Of course, I'm going to have to make the actual video of going to buy it and then doing the whole reception, driving it out of the dealership, that kind of thing. I talked to my wife. I said, I really want you to take the GTR. I said, I want you to drive it. I said, I think that would be the most fun vlog of taking home a car when you got the GTR and the Civic rolling side by side. And so we'll see if we can get her into it. She's too scared to usually drive the GTR. She won't drive it. She's never driven the GTR. But maybe, just maybe, I can get her into working where she'll do GTR and I'll drive the Civic home. We can be making some cool videos of it. Because, of course, I got GoPros. I have the new 4K dual front and dash cam for the GTR. And so that could be a lot of fun. So we'll see, you know what I mean? Because that would be fun seeing the GTR following the GTR or vice versa. Maybe I could get her to do a little bit of a pool against me, because we know how much Civic is faster than the G. So we can have a lot of fun, but we'll try and do a live stream there. You don't get Ford, Mustang, Focus, Fiesta. They're not going to. Everybody keeps buying SUVs. It's never going to change. Are you going to ceramic coat it? I probably will do it, Ben. That's what I'm thinking, because it's going to be more of my daily driver, because I'm kind of buying it for my son. way I can have him in the back seat properly. Now that he's getting so much bigger, it's just hard to get back seat now. So that's why I'm lazy and leave him in the front. I probably will put the paint protection. I had my 370Z. If you guys have been around long enough, of course I had the 370Z for 4 years. And when I bought the car, it had the 3M paint protection, the actual on it. And it had it on the pillars, it had it on the mirrors, and it had it on the whole front and half the hood. I'm going to go ahead and have that done again to it, because if it's going to be my, it's going to see a lot more rocks and paint chips and stuff, and I would rather that. So, but I definitely am going to probably ceramic coat the actual type, just to make sure it really stays looking good. How do you feel about the government shutdown? I don't really want to get political to it, but I mean, if one block one way or another, then who cares? Go for it. It doesn't affect me one way or another, because I work at a private company, so whoop-de-doo. I'm sure it's going to draw hell. Held in 2100, yeah. You're going to have 5 cars now. Yeah, we'll have 5 cars. I told my wife, though, I'm willing to let the white car go, and she says, no, I want to keep it. And I'm like, why can't we just get rid of it? You know, I don't drive, you know, I said, my wife is very stubborn. Like, okay, I'm going to keep it then. And I said, I'd really like to get rid of it. And she's like, no, we need to keep it. I'm like, but that's probably $2,000 to $3,000 easy. I said, it's not even, when the guy did this car, the Honda Wizard over there in Tampa, when he took the car, he redid everything. He did all the timing differently. The valves were adjusted, all the spark plugs. He did basically everything on his car. He rewired the whole thing because the wire was all shot, he said. There's not a single engine check light on in this car. None. What my plan was, of course, was to replace the front windshield because it had a crack in it, and you know that's when they came out and found the rust. Otherwise, I'd be driving it more often for it to get painted. But I'm like, well, we can just let it go. I said, now that there's not even a check light on it, it's probably worth $2,000 to $3,000 easy right now, because prices of the old school Hondas are starting to go up, and the demand for them, even in the paint condition it's at. And she's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, don't ever bitch and say I've got too many cars. So that's what's going on. You can afford adding since your wife is doctor. I would never buy a brand new Audi, never, because they lose value too fast. Again, if for anybody who doesn't know, luxury cars have some of the highest depreciation rates. Think about it like this: any luxury car, doesn't matter what brand it's from, every year you're losing $5,000 to $10,000 in resale value every single year. $5,000 to $10,000 off, sometimes even more. And we're cars that are like 2 years old have lost 20 or 30,000 of their original value, and that's unheard of. You know, you go buy a Toyota for $20,000, and it's going to be worthless. I mean, come on, and that's the difference. Where the Civic Type R, they're still asking 34, 35,000 for them. Sometimes 32, 33,000, but for an almost 2-year-old Civic Type R, they've barely lost any value. And that's the problem. Same with the GTRs. GTRs just slowly go down, very, very slow. And that's the cool thing. It's like almost an investment. You can keep it for years, resell it, and get almost a majority of your money back. Same when you buy a Toyota 4Runner, Toyota Tacoma, stuff like that. You get so much of your money. Do you know of any safe cleaners for wheels that have the chrome? If you have chrome wheels, there is specific chrome wheel cleaners. There's a lot of all wheel cleaners that you should be looking into. I think the Meguiar's. Hold on, let me look at my Meguiar's. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I want to make sure. So here's the Meguiar's one. So you guys can see it here. It's the all-wheel cleaner. Active gel dissolves brake dust, acid-free, safe on all wheels. So you should be able to use this on your actual chrome wheels and not have any problems because it's acid-free. Basically, acid is sometimes a really harsh way, a chemical to break up the brake dust, but this is products that does not have it. Now, a lot of products nowadays are starting to go without it, but originally, if you didn't get like a chrome-safe wheel, you would actually ruin your stuff. It's the craziest thing. They look completely dull and ruined after you put in like acidic type wheel thing. It happened to one of the guys that when I was still in North Florida. He let his buddy borrow his lowrider with the chrome wheels and everything, and he cleaned it with the wrong wheel stuff. All the wheels went from shiny chrome to completely gray and silver. They looked horrible. They were talking $1,000, $2,000 in damage, and I was like, "Are you gonna make him pay for it?" He said, "No, man." And I'm like, "But he ruined your stuff. He borrowed it. He's responsible." You know, that's the way I was always trained. If you borrow something or whatever and you break it, you need to replace it and make it just as much new as when it was. Or if you borrow somebody's car, put as much gasoline is in there again that you borrowed it, came with it. You know what I mean? Or just top it off. Something like that as a thank you. But I was just like, I was shocked because I would have done whatever I could. I would have taken it to like a shop that would have re-chromed him or something. But hey, that's me. I guess I'm a bit more old school. Scrolling through stuff. I'm not in the Mazda lifestyle, Dalton. That's just never been. I've never liked the only Mazda design I've ever liked, Dalton, would be the RX-7 FDs from back in the 90s. Other than that, I've never been a big fan. The new Miata, I will give it the new Miata that, but again, two-seater, I need a four-door car and more of a family thing. I mean, she's even talked about in the future possibly having another kid next year too, which means I would definitely need a four-door. I couldn't do it anymore. So I figured, why not get it now? I've been paying, like, again, you guys know I've been paying $2,000 a month on GTR. So you figure, okay, if I pay $2,000 a month on the GTR, it'll be paid off here in a couple months, which it was to be. So I'm gonna pay the minimum payment on the Civic and then just pay whatever's left on the car. Once it's paid off, then $2,000 every single month on the Civic Type R, and it'll be paid off in like a year and a half. No big deal. What product or cleaner can remove my paint from what? Is covered one side. What do you mean, remove paint? I don't understand that. Why would you want to remove your paint? Is this like the Sonax spray and seal? That I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't want to speculate on the Sonax. So please, I don't want to lie to you guys. One thing I'll never do is lie to you guys and try and BS you something. If I don't know something, I will not try and claim it, okay? Maybe there's a lot of professional dealers that might be able to give you that straight up answer, but I will not venture a guess in this because I don't want to lie or look like a dumbass on YouTube. There's too many idiots out there trying to pretend somebody that they're not. I am a hobbyist detailer who has a lot of fun doing it, and I want to make sure my stuff's in best condition it possibly can be, but do I do this on the daily? No, I don't do this for a job, so how's that sound? So that's why I won't lie to you guys about it. 36, you get a 63 with warranty. Smells like crazy. You gotta document. Oh, I will. I do apologize. I don't know how many minutes ago you posted this, but yeah, I definitely will. Channel, very nice. Thanks, Off-Grid. I appreciate that, man. Maybe we can get some solar panels up in our house. We're looking at possibly some house, so you guys know we've been looking. If you follow my Instagram, she's got us looking and looking. The one house it's not like the Spanish style, like the roof I like and all that stuff, but it is a huge home, 5,100 and something square foot, 4-car garage. I'm like, oh, 4-car, it's huge, it's massive. So it's 1-car single over here, and then a double and a single on this side of the house. And I'm like, oh, I would love a 4-car garage. It's amazing. It's a huge man cave of the garage, so you can have pool tables. He has pool tables, all kinds of he has beers, and he has a whole bar in his own. Oh, dude, it's sick. And I was like, ooh, his rock fall coming down out of it behind his house, and his pool. It's literally a rock wall that the water just comes down over. I'm like, woo! He has a half-court basketball there for his grandkids, and he has a playground for his grandkids. And I'm like, oh my God, the guy was a baller. So he was the head sales manager for the entire United States for Kraft Food Company. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm really hyped on that. It's not quite the design I like, but the inside is amazing. And whoa. So I'd be stoked on having a 4-car garage. I'd be like, perfection. Huge driveway, so I can do all the videos I want. The neighbors aren't I hate when the homes are this close. He lives on an acre of property, so it's ooh, so nice. I want to see that. Are you a wrestling fan? No, wrestling fan. Try Expel paint protection. Yeah, I've heard a lot about them. So I'll definitely see. Of course, I'm gonna have to get it paint protected as soon as possible. On top of that, I'll probably have to pay off because I'm gonna put the deposit on my credit card right away. That way, I hold the car. And then, of course, I'll just use that as my deposit for the car, and then I'll actually just pay that off really quick and then just pay the basic payments on it. But we'll probably want to do an exhaust. You got to have the exhaust on the car. And the GTR is an exhaust. The 370 is the exhaust. Just have a little bit of fun with it. So, but I agree that the clear will be first before anything else. I was always going to do it to the GTR. And I was like, I just rarely drive the GTR. It's a toy car for me. It's not a daily driver, and sometimes I take it out. I'm trying to park as far as I can away from people, and then I bring it back, come back later, and there's 3 cars parked next to me, and they're all junky ass hoopties that don't give a crap about their car. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. And so I get a little bit nervous. That's why I got the dual dash cam, the 4K dash cam in the car. I'm gonna put a video that I have actually installed, so I just haven't gotten around to it. And I don't know. I just get a little bit like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. Like, take it out too much. I know some people don't care, like, but I love my stuff. I want to take care of it. If your wife were to let you get rid of the cargo, the problem is everything is working for the car. The car actually, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, as I said, there's not even a check engine light on this car anymore. It's just, it needs the, like literally, here, I'll put my fingers on it. The rust is literally that wide. I cut that out and replace it with some piece of metal, and then they can put the new windshield back, and then it can get repainted. That's all it takes. There's nothing more. There's nothing mechanically wrong. Nothing. There's no oil leaks. Nothing. And it just needed a little bit of TLC. But I was like, hey, we'll just sell it. We'll leave some down payment money, and she just refused to go. And I'm like, all right, well then don't ever bitch. We got too many cars. Hey, good enjoy your night. I appreciate you stopping by. What do you think about the new BMW? Oh, don't get me started. Not my Supra. Not my Supra. It is terrible. Terrible. Did you ever hear this? It sucks. It is nothing more than a BMW. It looks like a BMW, especially on the inside. It's almost all BMW stuff. BMW engine, I mean, it's such a joke. And to be called a toy, it's absolute joke. And way overpriced. I called it. For you want to go back, the starting price was $50,000 for the, I guess the first 1,200 units to be some like first edition units, and it's going to be $55,000, and I claimed $60,000 starting. So, and this is just the standard model. I'm like, dear God, what happens when we get like the 400 or 450 horsepower model? It'll be 70 grand easily, just like I thought it was. And why would you buy a car with only 335 horsepower for 50 grand? When a 370Z, yes, they still sell them. I knew the new Z's coming out next year. They've already said it. But the current Z is 332 horsepower. It's been the same since 2009. It's not twin turboed, and they start around $29,000. Fully loaded with every whistle's like 42 grand, and you can get deals on them all day long. So why would I do that? You know, it's just Toyota really screwed the pooch on this one. They have so much hate on it. It's hilarious. It's going to be such a major flop. Other than the couple of diehards that have to have the new Supra and have to be the flashy person, it's going to be an utter disaster for them. And I think you'll see in 2 years they'll probably have a redesign on it in 2 years, and then they'll boost the living crap out of the horsepower or something. They're going to be hurting. Like the new NSX. The new NSX is supposed to be in beginning, and it's supposed to be amazing. Well, it's crap, and a lot of people don't like it. It's overpriced, and nobody buys it. And they just sit there on the lots, and nobody buys them. You never see them on the road. And that's just not the kind of acceptance you want. They had so much hate for that, and look how bad that felt. So I'm surprised that even Acura decided to make a NSX for 2019. So watch this be their last year. So we'll see. It's sad because then Toyota's going to be like, why should I make any more little sports coupes if you guys aren't going to buy them? And like, because you dumbasses up there in the corporate aren't listening to us who want to buy them. What Honda did, Honda's like, hey, we're going to bring a Type R Civic over to America. 306 horsepower, tons of, you can build it up way more than that easy, and we'll sell it for 35 grand. People are losing their minds. Almost 2 years later, people are still paying thousands and thousands above MSRP. It's just Coggin Honda, I'm sorry, that's South Orlando. It's probably about 15, 20 minutes from my house. And their sticker price, $48,000. $48,000. I'm like, for a $35,000, $36,000 car, are you kidding me? That's what it is. Honda's realized they've tapped what people want. Toyota is still living in their fantasy dream and making crap want. So that's my rant. Toyota sucks with their garbage. You should have listened to your people. And that, Hennessy, it's how you treat your car, man. It's how you treat your car. Do you remember the Mazda rotor engineer? I like the RX-7 FDs. Say after a complete detailing compound, all scratch-free, 2 months later, swirl marks start appearing. What should I do? Some light polishing is, yes, you are 100% right. Just put some light polishing on there, and that's all it would take. You don't need anything more. You only need to go to compounds when you're into like heavy scratches that a polish won't remove. Heavy scratches, heavy swirl, stuff like that. And remember, you always want to do a test spot. and see what you need. Start off with a polish. That way, hey, if a polish is all it takes because it's the least aggressive, then that's what you know what to use on the car. However, if you know it's heavy scratches and heavy scrolls and the polish is not removing, then you gradually increase to a heavier cut compound. And that's generally how it works. You start with the lightest, and then you test spot it in one area at a time, and then kind of work your way up until you find, okay, this level gets rid of all my swirls in that test spot. Now I know what to use on the entire rest of the car. And that's generally how you do it, man. So just go with light polish. I got to drive a 350Z. That thing was amazing. I remember driving a 350Z back in the day for one of the guys. We were at a party, and he was like straight hammered. And he's like, hey, man, would you drive my car? He's one of these guys that won't let anybody drive the car. And he's just like, here, man, you've got to drive me home. I'm so sorry, dude. I was like, all right, I'll take you home, man. And I drove his car. That was pretty crazy. He was like this on the side. Hey, doing good, man. He was just gone, absolutely gone. And he said, will you drive me home? I'm like, yeah. So we had somebody else come pick me up and then follow us and pick me up and then take me back to my car. So that was pretty crazy. Then, I've always been that guy that's the reliable trust guy. You can trust with your cars or trust with your stuff. If you borrow or let me borrow something from you, or you have me something, you know it's going to be treated right. And that really is nice that he, out of the whole, he came and he said, would you drive it? I know you love cars and you take care of them. And I was like, sure, I'll help you out. So then somebody followed us all the way back to his house, and then they took me back to the party. So that was really cool that they trusted me. And those are the kinds of things you always remember. Because I had one of my best friends that he was in my wedding as my best man. The guy is like so anal about his cars. Literally, you take your shoes off while in there. He has stock floor mats. Then he goes and buys Walmart cheap floor mats that he puts on top of it, so that way he doesn't get dirty. And he always wants you to take your shoes off whenever you're in his car. The guy is just like straight crazy about it. Well, one day he got in the same situation. We were at the beaches or something partying in Jacksonville, and he was really, really hammered. And he's like, dude, you got to drive my car. I'm like, but you don't ever let anybody drive. Obviously, I knew he was drunk. He's like, dude, I trust you. You're going to drive my car. Nobody else is going to drive it. And I was like, okay. So that was always really cool that you can be counted on. I always take a great pride in that somebody can count on me to do things and be mature about stuff. So I do enjoy that kind of part of it. Don't call it Super Z4. It is a Z4. That's all it is. Infiniti Q50. I remember before I went and bought my GTR, you guys should know, I was going to get a 4-door sedan. I was going to keep my 370Z. And we shopped around. I remember getting in that car, the Q50. I tried to get in the back seat behind myself. My knees were like, boom, up against the seat. And I was like, this is ridiculous, man. I can't do it. I even got in a Ford Focus RS before I bought the GTR. And the same thing, it was horrific, dude. The Ford Focus is so small that the seat back was literally on my thing, and I couldn't get my feet out of the back seat. I had to twist my legs just to get my feet out, and then I would get out of the car that way. And getting the Civic, I put it in my spot where I want it, and then I go sit behind myself, and I have like that much room between my knees and the seat, and I'm like, this is a Civic? It's just mind-blowing how much bigger they are, and I'm like, this works for me. Of course, I got to put the baby seat in there, which takes the whole damn thing, and then his feet hang off the edge of the baby seat. I have to have that room in between, so that's what really drew me to the Civic, because it had the room. 35, 36 grand, where a Q50 would be in the 40s. It's a Honda. It's going to last forever. It's a Type R, so it's going to be really rare, really reliable because it's Honda. Great resale value if I ever decide to sell it down the road. These kind of aspects when I'm thinking about spending my hard-earned money. I think about, okay, what can I do? What kind of car is going to keep my value and stuff like that, and I have to sell it. Like the 370Z, I bought it for $23,000. I sold it with all the mods on it 4 years later, with all the mods, wheels, intakes, exhaust, the whole damn thing. I sold it for $18,500. So I didn't lose tons, even though I lost money because I put mods on it. Overall, though, I didn't much over the 4 years. So that's the kind of things that I think about when I'm purchasing. What would you say using foam cannon on engine? Everything's fine on the engine bay. Remember, the engine is made to be sealed, so it's completely sealed. That's why you're not seeing oil leak everywhere unless you're like my car and the seal goes bad. But remember, it's all sealed. Just make sure you cover your electrical components. Get like Walmart baggies, or wrap your fuse box, wrap your alternator all the way up to leave it protected. Then after that, go to town. It's not going to affect it one bit or whatever. Remember, you can go through your engine bay and you can see the ground, correct? So it's meant to get wet. It's not a big deal. So just make sure you cover up your electrical components, and you will have no problem with the foam gun, whatever the hell you want to use. Just cover up the electronics. I'm telling you now. Don't get yourself into problems, because then you might have to do stuff. Advanced Auto has McGuire's hybrid ceramic thing, $14.99. That's pretty good right there. $14.99 is pretty good. I have a 2008 G35 with 135,000. Yes, a lot of the guys did it. Another drunken party night. So I was at North Florida. We used to go down to the beach when I was in Pensacola, and they'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna go do something." So I'd be riding the back seat with them, and they had their G35 sedans. And one guy did, and dude, the guy was known to get wasted every single time. I mean, just like almost like throwing up. He drank so much, and he ended up having like a DUI or two. It was just nuts. I was like, dear God. Well, he was one of the only people he ever let touch his car. He always came to me and said, "You're driving us home tonight." So I drive all the guys back in the car, back to his house where all of our cars were parked. So that really worked out good. And later on, about a year or two later, he ended up hitting a tree. And he got away with it. He claimed that he lost control in the water, and the police weren't anywhere. Nobody called the police on him, so he said he lost control in the rain. He hit a tree, so the insurance covered the car to be repaired. And then I think a year or two he did get busted with a DUI, which is pretty screwed up of him, because it really affected him at our job, because you can't drive if you have a DUI within 3 years, so it screwed up him. So hopefully he's not like that anymore. The Model 1's version is terrible. Is it Nissan with French brand? It's Renault. So it's the Renault Nissan thing. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they also they have a huge stake in, which one is it? Is it Mitsubishi? That's right. Nissan just bought out a huge stake in Mitsubishi about a year or two ago. So people are hoping, hey, Nissan's got the GTR, Nissan's got the Z. Maybe Nissan will or help correct Mitsubishi and bring back a new Evo and get rid of this stupid Eclipse Cross. Obviously, this is all hope, dreams, but it's like the STI still sells ridiculously good. So now there's no competition besides, let's say, a Civic Type R, which is it's kind of different because front versus all-wheel drive. It's like there's really no competition for it, and I really feel like Mitsubishi, if they made an updated Evo, they actually sell really good. But maybe Nissan needs to kind of help them out a little bit and could be like, hey, now that you own like 50-something% of your company, you're going to do what we say. And so maybe they need that. So I think that's what people are hoping for. What a reasonably improved extractor? Reasonable, like for price-wise, I usually like, what, $200 for them things. Again, if you're not going to use them all the time, don't. I've seen a lot of guys do it like the kind of ghetto way, if you want to say it. They go down to like your food store and they actually rent out a carpet cleaner right there. And that's what they do. And then they just leave it in the driveway with the windows down out in the sun for a day or two, and it completely dries out. So maybe that's one you can want to do it. It is kind of getaway, but it'd probably save you money, especially if you're not going to do it very often. When you're doing stuff, you got to realize, how much am I spending? How much am I going to use it? So is the investment worth it? And that's what it always comes down to. Probably wouldn't buy the Civic Type R, honestly, unless it came down to I needed it because of my son. I realized, especially this past weekend, when we went to the Honda dealership, and my son's head was hitting the roof, just trying to put him in his baby seat. My wife, the front seat in the GTR was all the way up like this, just so she could actually sit there in the car. And I'm like, look, I need something for a family car myself, but I'm not ready for that minivan. Well, for me, I like driving her minivan. It's an awesome minivan, but I'm not ready for it for myself yet. So now, if the Honda gods ever say we're going to make a Type R Odyssey, I'm all on board with it. But until then, even my wife was on board. She's like, yeah, that would be nice. And I'm like, my wife cares about cars? I mean, that's literally the way it feels. And she's like, oh, that'd be cool. I could drive it then. I'm like, I don't think so. Type R's are usually stick shift, but hey, if it's automatic, you can drive it. She's like, yeah, that'd be cool. And I'm like, whoa, you care about cars? So that was really cool. But so she'd be all on that. But for now, that's why I just need more of a family dadmobile. Especially if in fact she does decide to have another child in a year or two, then I can't do the 2 doors anymore. And why not get it while I can and while I want it? Why would you wet sand your car? If you have ridiculous amount of scratches that aren't coming out, then you would wet sand your car. Wet sanding will take it back down to the pure six, and it will do it real quick for you. I've never had an experience with it. I've seen a lot of guys do it, but I've never had to get into it. These are for like the really bad swirls, and the only way to really level it out would be going at it, and it will correct it like that. It's crazy when you see it get done. But these are for like the extreme situations that I've seen, which is like, dear God, did you ever wash your car? What did you wash it with? Like a it was like scraping the tree back and forth, and just to see the scratches that were turned into like, oh my God, it looks like a showroom new car. It's just, and the guy did it in 4 or 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, it was just mind blowing how good it was. But again, there you go. When will Maguire ceramic wax be in Australia? I don't know about. Again, good question for you. I'm actually, the phone is being held up against ceramic right now. I don't know. Have you tried ordering online? Now, I had to order Maguire's. I will deem Maguire's because when I ordered it almost a month, and it took a month to get here. And I'm like, what the hell? What is wrong with you people? Your shipping terrible. But it did come in. I heard that the original batch of the ceramic had a lot of problems with the nozzle and the actual neck that it screwed onto. They were breaking off in shipment and just going everywhere. So I think they had to redesign the bottles with the bottling, and then they started shipping again. I guess I'm still waiting on the wheel cleaner. Don't know why. The actual ultimate tire shine, that just came in Friday because they screwed up and sent me the wrong thing. I actually cleaned the GTR. I'm actually going to test that on it. So look for that on Tuesday. It's the Maguire's new ultimate tire shine. It's supposed to be super wet, so we'll see. I bet it's Dub Tire Shine rebottled now. Ha ha. I bet money on it. I'm just going to say, because remember, Dub was made by Maguire's. So I'm just going to go out there and say it probably is. Why do people like getting drunk so much? I don't know. It's what they like to do. See you later, man. Live stream. Thanks a lot for swinging by, Off-Grid. I was disappointed with the crossover Eclipse. Yeah, dude, crossover. Just anything with a crossover, and it was a sports car or a sports coupe at one time. It just really pisses me off. Get a shop vac that will suck the water, and you go. The rug doctor is good. Remember, you know, everything. Civic will definitely benefit from you and your family, ride and style. You know, it's funny because when I got to drive his Civic, he was just like, here, take the keys, go have fun with it. But I was like, no, I want you to ride with me. I don't trust going by myself. He's like, okay. And the seats on the Civic Type R, if you've never sat in them, they're like, oh my God. It's like sitting in a big fancy like sofa cushion. It's like pillow. I'm like, dear God, these are the softest, most cushy cloths I've ever felt in my life. It's ridiculous. But I put it in Type R, that R mode, which is like the rough riding mode, and it wasn't really that bad. You put the GTR in race mode, there's a P in the road. It's like boom, 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 and it's like, oh my God, it's so stiff. It's ridiculous when you put the GTR. Like when I drive GTR every once in a while, I literally have to have it always in comfort mode because the ride is so harsh in any other mode. So I'm always like comfort mode, bitches, and you will still any bump. It's like a boom, 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 boom. It's crazy. So when you have it in R mode, it's just like a bang when you hit stuff and you go over stuff. It's unless you're on the track, it's never worked to these R mode in the GTR. It's just so damn harsh of a ride. Good night, Aaron. Thanks for stopping by. Did you go off-roading? Would you consider buying a 4x4? I don't go off-roading. I will tell you, though, we went to look at a house in Claremont. And it was a new neighborhood. They were building a new neighborhood. Well, it was right on one of the big lakes out there. And it still had dirt roads. You know, like the sides of the street were laid where the curbs were. The middle was still all dirt. And I actually took the GTR all the way down the road to kind of get a feel for the lots. And man, I came back out, the whole car was like white, just covered in white dust everywhere. And I'm like, oh, I don't think that was the smartest move in the world. So now it looks nice and shiny red again. But I was like, oops. But that was my off-road because technically, as you know, the GTR is all-wheel drive, so it's technically four-wheel drive. So that was my four-wheel driving experience. Oh, that's not bad at all. $31 for all those. That's actually a really good price there, Justin. I have the new RDX, and it's a blast. I would recommend it. I like the new, what is it? What is it? What's the car version of it? Not the ILX. Is it the TLX that comes in Type S? I think those are beautiful, especially in the blue. That blue is kind of like the Aegean blue that I'm going to get in the Type R. Beautiful color. Beautiful seats. Again, it was going to be like 40-something thousand, and I'm just like, I don't know. if you want to know a little bit of history about me, a story. When I was a young man, I was, what, 19 years old back in, I was turning, no, maybe I was 19 or 20. Right around there. I went to buy my Honda Accord. It was brand new, fully loaded, every bell and whistle, EXV6 model, whole 9 yards, right at the beginning of 2000. And I was like 19 years old. So I went ahead and bought it. And I remember going to the Acura dealership and looking at the Integra Type R. They had 3 of them on their lot, 3. That was unheard of. They said they were the highest volume Integra Type R dealer on the East Coast. And it was in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. They had 3. They had 2 black ones and a yellow one. And I remember sitting in that car and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I like this a lot. But as a young, dumbass kid, I still remember being, damn, I really want leather seats and all this stuff. And I like all the, the amenities and stuff that come in the Accord Coupe and EX. I ended up spending more money buying the EX, and then I ended up selling it like 2 or 3 years later for only like 15 grand. So I took a major ass whooping after 2 or 3 years. And where if I would have had the Type R, 1, the resale value was ridiculous on it, and 2, I would have been fine. I would have been cheaper because I sold the Accord because I really wasn't making a lot of money back then, and I got adult mode really quick. I'm like, I didn't really have a lot of money to spend every month anymore because I'm spending so much of it on my car and insurance, so I ended up selling it, and I bought another older Accord, a 4-door Accord, and it was a lot cheaper. I paid cash for it, and I just drove that to start out with college, and I was like, I ain't doing that ever until I'm older. So it was pretty crazy, and I was just like, damn, that was stupid. Now that I passed in the Type R way back in 2000, I said, I'll never do that again. So now I know why I really want a Civic Type R, because 1, I know the resale value is ridiculous on them, and 2, there's a lot of fun for it being a 4-door car. And it's not breaking the bank at 35 grand. It's just in that sweet spot where I'm okay with it without getting into more Type R or GTR payments. I ain't that ever again. That's not fun for me. I have a decent amount of swirls on my paint, and I have some automatic polisher, but I'm scared to bring. You won't have any problems if your polisher is a DA polisher, which means dual act. Okay, that's why a good DA polisher is perfect for beginners, intermediate, and pros still use it. Because what happens is you put too much power on the actual thing, too much pressure down, it will stop spinning on you. Okay, so that way you can't burn it into your paint. I highly recommend getting a DA polisher. Whatever you want to get, that's fine. I personally own 2 Grillo's Garage because Grillo's Garage has a lifetime warranty. Even in 10 years from now, if it breaks, all I have to do is ship it back to Grillo's Garage, and they ship me either a brand new one or a fix mine, whatever it has to be done. So it's like, I like that aspect of lifetime warranty. I mean, what companies give lifetime warranties away anymore? That's just unheard of. So I love it. You'll see a lot of the pros are still using it as their like backup polisher. Why not? That's why I see it. So I'll be using baking soda to remove interior odor. I've never had any of that bad interior odor, so I don't know. One of the good ways I always found out when something like would get wet in the car or whatever, I'd roll down all the windows, pull it outside in the Florida sun all day long, and just let the sun just eat it, air it out, and it would be fine after like a day or 2 of doing that. At night, of course, I'd pull it in the garage, but during the day, I would back it all the way out with the windows, all the windows down, sunroof open and everything, and I would dry it out. Because a couple times I've actually, being dumb, left the windows like halfway down, and it's just pouring a complete thunderstorm, and I'm like, man, it sucks out there. Go back out and realize that the passenger side window is halfway down, and guess what? The whole interior of the car is soaked on the side. Like, I'm a stupid kid, and so that's what I ended up having to do, like use towels and soaking up all the floor and everything. But that's the only way to air it out, and it always worked out really well. I'm just like, God, I'll never do that again. So, but that was just 1 or 2. Because the car in Florida gets so hot that I put the windows down. Letting it air out so it wouldn't be ridiculous when I would get in later. And I just totally forgot when the afternoon thunderstorm in Florida. Best ceramic coating for the G. Some of the best, highest rated coatings are coming from, hold on, I have it over here. Bear with me, buddy. Bear with me. Here. I have it right here. So a company calls them C Quartz. Okay, this is their their newest one, CQ UK 3.0. This comes in a whole pack. It comes with like 3 different things. So it comes also quick. So it comes applicator pad, a suede microfiber, another suede, the actual car sticker. Don't really know about that. It's coming as a 30 milliliter plus reload, which is what you guys were asking about with reload. I'll show it to you. This whole thing was only like $40, and because I got the 30 milliliter version, this right here, It lasts. You can do this for multiple cars because when you're actually applying, you use very little amount. Like we're talking a couple of drops on the top of it, and, and then you just go to town on it with a little applicator block. That's all you have to do with this. So you get a 30 milliliter. It was like $15 more, but you got twice the amount. And I'm like, yeah. I want more for basically just a little bit more, or essentially double. This did come with a reload. A lot of you guys were talking about the reload earlier. I'll see if I can show it to you. Let me get it out of the packaging. So this is the reload. So it's silica Sealant. You guys can see this. So it came with a little small bottle in it. How many ounces is it? Where's that? I don't know how many ounces. This looks like it's about 4 or 5 ounces. 3.38. So this comes with a 3.38. So the reload, you got the applicator plus a 30 milliliter, and it was only like $84 shipped from one of the car places here locally. And I was like, that's nothing. That's a deal and a half for that. So for a really good ceramic coating, that's what a lot of the pros usually use. I see it all the time that are like must-see quartz. So it's one of the highly. There's a lot of amazing ones out there, but that's one of the probably more well-known ones that a lot of people use. What are the new Turtle Wax? Okay, so the one I only have in my garage right now is the Ice Shine Sealant right here. They also have some interior cleaning ones. So what it has is, I'll give you so it's a round bottle. So you have the center on top, and the bottom you actually pops off. Inside there is actually like wipes or whatever. It's really cool. Like the bottom literally disconnects, and there's wipes inside of it. And you just wipe it down with the dash with it. So you, up top you spray it, then you pop the bottom off, and there's little wipes inside. And they have a couple of different products there. They have a new swirl and scratch remover. They have of course the soap here. I'll show it to you. Ugh. So you guys got to see this on the video recently. This is getting a lot of views, by the way. So if you haven't seen this, check this out. For Turtle Wax, it's definitely decent, because when we all think Turtle Wax, especially looking back 10, 15 years ago, Turtle Wax is pretty bottom of the barrel. Well, every year, since I've worked with them, I see them doing this, just one step at a time. Are they at McGuire's level and Mother's level? Not quite yet. I'd say another couple years, we will definitely be talking McGuire's level. But for what this is, it was just like an eye-opener when I get to try this. I was like, oh my God, this is so much better than any Turtle Wax product I've ever used. If you could get it at Walmart for like $8, I say definitely do it because it works in the foam can as well as that. And again, as I put in the comments, is it the best, thickest foam I've ever seen? No, but for over-the-counter products, that's why I gave it an A rating. I didn't give it an A+, but I said, hey, for over-the-counter, this is probably the best foam so you're going to get for a foam can. And I was actually really surprised by that. But a lot of people are always acting they're like, Chad, they're just doing that because they pay you. And I'm like, no, literally, I went and bought it myself because they hadn't sent it down to me yet. Because remember, I just got the new shipment of all their 2019 products. Was it Friday? The whole box came in. So I had to go buy it myself. And it was $49 AutoZone, complete ripoff. But I don't take any money from anybody. I wish they should pay me, but no, they never paid me. Nobody's ever paid me. They just said, hey, here's some test products. Here's some products if you want to give them away. It's that kind of deal when it comes to me. What are your thoughts on the new Pupra? We already talked about that. It sucks. What you got into getting Blue Prelude? What? You want to know why I got the new Prelude or why I got the blue one? Okay, so that goes back again to 2000. If you were with me, I was talking about the Type R. So I would go and get my oil changes like usual at the Honda dealership because it was part of the plan I had. So I'd go get my oil. So of course, what do you do when you're at the dealership? Do you sit in the wait room? Hell no, that's boring, right? We're going to go look at cars. So I would look at cars, and I still remember to this day, at the dealership right near my house, it was right near my school, it was, they call it, it's Lucas Honda of Jacksonville. They had the Electron Blue Pearl Prelude sitting in their showroom floor, and I was like, it's beautiful. I love it. Why didn't they come out with this car in 2000? Remember, the Electron Blue Pearl used to only be on the Civic SI 99 2000. And I remember my teacher came with me to help me buy my Accord. He said, I think it's too much for you, Chad. You need to buy a Civic SI. It's cheaper, it's better on insurance, and you won't be going broke. And I was like, no, I want the Accord. And ended up, like I said, in 2001, I'm like, you mother... I was so pissed because I was like, dude, I would have bought the Prelude in a heartbeat. Because they were trying to shove a Prelude on me because back then, they were only like $21,000, $22,000. Now it's like $30-something thousand in the exchange rate with the inflation. But I was like, man, $21,000, and I was like, nah. But if it would have been in that blue then, so I told myself, I said, the next car to buy, when I'm ready, will be that blue Prelude. So in 2006, when I was in college and I was more financially stable, and I'm like, all right, I've got to buy that car. So I had to do YouTube, not YouTube, but Auto Trader search online, and I found two dealers. One was in Missouri that had one. The other one was in Syracuse, New York. When I called the Missouri dealer, they didn't have it. It was already sold. And I was like, okay. So I called the one in Syracuse, and of course I was worried like the rest of the guys were rust and stuff. So he sent me pictures of everything. I was like, oh, it's amazing. It had 36,000 miles, certified Honda warranty. And I'm like, all right. So I flew up there and I bought it. And that's generally why I actually wanted that blue car. And because I remember getting my loan, it was when me and my wife first started dating in 2006. She came with me to the bank because I had to make run some errands. And I said, hey, you want to come with me? They thought we were married. And I was like, no. We literally are just now dating. We just started dating. And she was like, oh, okay. But my wife was at the time was like super cool with it. And she didn't fly up to New York with me to get it. And I was like, all right. So I've had it for so many years. And I was just like, I can't get rid of it. So there's too much sentimental value for me to get rid of the blue car. And so that's why I haven't ever got rid of it. But that's the history of why I got that car. It all goes back to when I bought the Accord, because I was like, damn it, I really would have bought that car. And that's how I didn't get it. Hey, is Chemical Guys Watermelon Cell Foam Shampoo comparable to Adams? Okay, what I've noticed with Adams is their stuff it's pretty decent, but it's also a little overpriced. Some of their products will be $12, $13. Now, I don't know how well it is, because I find personally now after buying it, because remember, I bought all the Adams stuff with my own money. I spent $100 and something of my own money bought it all. I found like this, when this was on sale, it was for, I think, the Christmas sale. I only paid like $6 or $7 a bottle for this, and this is 16 ounces. Now, I understand it's not the same price as Walmart, like McGuire's or Turtle Wax or Mars. But this is also way better than every one of those products, and it's actually better than Adams. So if you get one of these on a sale, I would say get this, because this is actually meant for the foam cannon as well as it. Please, if you haven't seen the video of this in the foam cannon, your mind's gonna be blown. The foam was literally that thick sticking to the side of my car. I was like, oh, this is the best foam ever, and it was just like, and it was amazing. And 2 bucket system, I loved it. I used it today. It smells like blueberries, and I'm like, I love this soap. This soap's the best soap ever. Literally, that's the way I felt. But so what I'm getting back to with Adams is they make good soaps. Is it as good as that? Not quite. I would say that it's solid B plus A soap, sure. But I wouldn't give it a solid two thumbs up A plus like I do this one. It's just, I mean, I bought so much. That's why I bought so many to give away to you guys, because I'm so much willing to back up my word there with it. And my phone's like down to like 10% because I didn't charge it. I was using it all day. I know I was washing the car, I was using it, I was doing everything while I was at work with it. I was riding my motorcycle with it with a Bluetooth, so the battery is not much. What do you think of McGuire's Ultimate Compounded Bottles? Here's the thing, for over-the-counter product, it's pretty good. Is it fast as quick as compounded polish out there? No, but for what you need on the everyday, all you'll ever need. It'll be totally fine. You can definitely probably get ones that are faster, more aggressive, dusty, and stuff like that. But you'll probably pay a little bit more for it. But yeah, it'll do fine for what you need. Most people don't understand that a lot of times it's all about technique. Technique. If you do things the right way, then you will probably have everything clear, just some of these regular brand over-the-counter stuff, you know. Best city to move to in Central or South Florida. Dear God, don't come here. All Central Florida is in New Jersey people and New York people. Don't come here. Have you ever heard about Texas? You should truly check out Texas. There's a lot of good things out there in Texas. Go that way. That'll be good for you. Just don't come to Kissimmee unless you're Puerto Rican from New York or New Jersey. Then I guess you come to Kissimmee. But that's about it. If you don't speak Spanish, do not come to Kissimmee. We learned that the hard way. It's like living in Miami here. So if you don't speak Spanish, do not come here. Yeah, try and check out Texas. Texas would be really good for the people from New Jersey. And then don't come down. Don't bring the New York, New Jersey attitude either when you come down. Be very friendly. Be polite. Don't be, shit, you know, I'm back in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? You don't stick my Guido on. Don't do that. Because like Floridians and like people like that will hate you. We can't stand those attitudes. So just bring that nice, friendly, chill attitude, and you'll just be just fine. But try and check out Texas. Texas will be really good for you. It's funny how my dad says Turtle Wax is a cheap. No, things have definitely gotten better and better and better from them, especially the Ice Line. You know, the Ice Line is supposed to be their better line. Try and check them out. Do you for a Turtle Wax spray? Their ice spray wax is a stellar. 2 thumbs up for that. First, it's amazing. My neighbor has a 2008 S2000. Oh man, that blue, the blue. What was the blue called? It was called Laguna Pearl in the S2000. I remember. It is beautiful. By the way, S2000s are starting up in value now, if you can believe that. I mean, brand new S2000s were only like 32,000 when they were out. Now they're like a good one in good condition. They're selling $22,000, $24,000, $5,000. And here they are 10, 12, 13 years old. The values in the S2000 are starting to creep back up. If I had just money to blow and I had like a warehouse to park cars in, I would seriously consider getting an S2000. But it would have to be Laguna Blue Pearl because it is like, when I see it, I'm like, it's so pretty. I've seen a few of them, but I think they're gorgeous. But that, again, you get the sports cars, and after they hit that certain level where they go down in value, then they kind of start leveling out, and they start out. A good condition Preludes now are starting to ask $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. I'm like, ew. Book value is like $3,000. Well, good luck finding one that's in mint condition, 100,000 miles. People are just charging through the roof now for these things, and it's like, but book value says it's $3,500 in mint condition, and I'm like, they'll just tell you, find another in this condition. And they're asking $8,000, $9,000. I was like, ew. That's why I was like, I'm just going to repair them. I have been doing a little bit at a time. Overall brand. Okay, if you want to get the best overall brand, I would say Limitless Car Care is going to be right up there. I would say Wax got up there. What I have found, the smaller the company, the better they pay attention to their products, make sure they're the best they can possibly be, the best they help as a customer when you buy anything from them and talk to them. Smaller companies work hard to build their reputation up. Once a company is as big as McGuire's, they can brush off of fatty clients and just say, oh, well, screw you, if they want to. Now, McGuire's, when I called about the error of my shipping, they shipped me the wrong product. The guy was super cool. He's like, don't even worry about it. I said, do I need to ship this back or whatever? He's like, no. You keep that. I sent me some hot shine tire. I'm like, I didn't order that. I said, I ordered the Ultimate. He's like, oh, yeah. See that? He's like, you keep that. We're going to ship you out another one right away. And they did. About 4 or 5 days later, it showed the house. So big shout out to McGuire's. But you get the idea. When you get bigger, you can kind of, oh, well, I can do what I want. What are you going to do? Harm me? I've got a massive name to myself. But thankfully, McGuire's is not like that. And these smaller companies do better. That's what I say is just absolutely amazing. Adams makes some pretty good stuff out there. Masterson's has some good stuff. Not all of his products are straight A. He has a couple that are definitely straight A products. Where else would I say would be good? Over the counter would definitely be something like McGuire's and Mother's over the counter. I'd say if you could only want to buy something over the counter, McGuire's and Mother's. But if you are willing to try out products, order them online and give it a shot because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. What's up, Hervano? Heriberto. I think so for stopping by. I really appreciate you hanging in there, man. You would have plenty of indoor parking if you buy Shaq's house. I know Shaq's house here in Orlando is for sale. It's in Windermere, Florida. It's a little small suburb town that we've actually looked in. When we looked on Saturday, we're in a little suburb town of Orlando that Shaq lived in. And his house, I think he wants like $22 million for it. So, yeah, I don't think so. Definitely. At that rate, I would probably have a custom home built on 100 acre land so that nobody could ever bother me, with a nice gate in there, and then have like a building, warehouse type building built onto it or added to the back. So that way I could come as I pleased and I could have every car in there I wanted, that kind of stuff. But that was if I was at a lotto level, which I'm not. But if I win the lotto, you guys are going to have a lot of fun because you're going to see me buying cars. Going to Orlando in 3 weeks to scope out from possible move. Orlando is booming. The prices are accordingly booming. Get ready for that. Even from when we bought this house, 6.5 years ago, prices are skyrocketing here. Get ready to get a price shock, and you're gonna be like, oh my god. Especially come from where it's cheaper to live. Now, if you come from New York, this is still cheap. I get it. But if you're from somewhere where it's cheap for a home, it's not that way anymore. It's definitely getting more and more expensive. Orlando is the second fastest growing city in the United States behind Phoenix. And because of that, housing supply is booming, and it's built and right, and prices are going up accordingly because there's demand. So you guys know. So before you get over here, I would honestly look into maybe more of a Tampa area for you. Tampa, Clearwater is beautiful. Maybe you want to look at Sarasota, Bradenton. Orlando is just, it's too overhyped. The traffic is a mother. It's terrible on I-4 right through Tampa, Orlando. It's usually a parking lot every day. It's wide, roads aren't wide enough. It's terrible. I wouldn't recommend it. Come down and go to parks, but then leave. Stay away from I-4, whatever you have to do. Tampa's not so bad. I-275 through Tampa is horrific through rush hour. Clearwater very nice, but it's pretty busy down there too. So I don't know. Think of some of the smaller towns around it, and then you can always come into Orlando if you just want to go to the parks. That's what I'd look into. Wax Gods and Limitless. Okay. If you put me on the spot right now for some of their products, I would say Limitless is better. But Wax Gods, damn, they make some stellar products. I haven't tried a single product from Wax Gods or Limitless that I hated. They have always been like, ooh, this is amazing. However, like with Limitless car soap, his is actually formulated for the foam cannon as well as it. Where Wax Gods, he only has his formulated for the actual 2-bucket method. So it doesn't do very good in the foam cannon. So if you are going to use it in a foam cannon, Limitless. But dude, Wax Gods makes some incredible stuff. And he's a really cool, he's a young guy, cool. Kissimmee has got to go better than Nebraska. We are over being cooped up indoors. I wouldn't come to Kissimmee, like I said, and unless you can speak Spanish. Don't ever out this area. Don't come down here. Here's how I want to say it. So we have people that I work with, of course, that are all around Orlando, northern suburbs, Orlando, stuff like that, and they literally say, think of it like this. So you have you know how Delta works in, how you have like different things like rivers flooding into a river and then it flows out into a delta and then it kind of goes out and disperses. That's because Kissimmee's down here at the bottom of the delta, right? Where everything's getting dispersed. They literally, this is what they tell me. They're like, Kissimmee is the sewage dump of Orlando. I can't just, that was out of their word, not mine. They said that's where trash goes, the criminals go, everything comes down here to Kissimmee and they dump here. At one time, Kissimmee was dirt cheap to live, so that's why it's getting flooded right now. And we bought this big home for $330,000 back in 2012. Now it's worth like $460,000 in just that short of a period. And but it's not the best, man. I wouldn't recommend this area at all. Clearwater is beautiful. Clearwater, man, seriously. Clearwater, Palm Harbor, Newport Richey, Sarasota, Bradenton. Check out the West Coast. If you like the beaches and stuff, you're just going to be like, this is beautiful. The white sand beaches in the Gulf of Mexico, you'd love it. Check out those areas before you come to Kissimmee. Again, from Clearwater, with no traffic, from Clearwater to my place in Kissimmee, about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half, very max. To get to Disney from Clearwater, by an hour and 15 minutes, if you don't run into any traffic. I'm getting a low battery signal left and right. Oh my God. Yeah, it's starting to get a little low. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, I was freezing. It's only like 43 degrees outside right now, and I had to have this on, otherwise I was going to be shaking my tail. Everyone from California is moving to Phoenix. No, it's just like New York. It's just like New York, bro. New York, New Jersey had a typical bad attitude. They're all about New York, good better than you, New York, and they take that shit down here. I feel you, my brother. I feel you. Get out as fast as you can. Get out of there as fast as you can. I live in the country and we don't have bad traffic. Then don't come here. Interstate 4 that runs right through Orlando from north, like Altamont Springs, let's say Altamont Longwood area, all through downtown Orlando, and then all the way out to the Disney Davenport area. It literally is usually, like in the afternoon, it'll be just like crawling. I'm serious, like 5 or 10 miles an hour. It's terrible for those 20, 30 miles between those two. It is so bad. There's so much traffic, and the roads aren't widened for all the new people that have been in. And then, of course, you get the tourist trap going to Disney World, Universal, and everything. And it's terrible. Like literally, on Interstate 4, right past the turnpike to come down to my house in Kissimmee, right there to your right is Universal. You can see it. You can see the big roller coasters, and you can see Harry Potter World and all that. And you can see Volcano Bay. It's literally right next to Interstate 4, where Disney is set back way back here. But once you get off, you like kind of go through. It's their property. They own all the trees and all the property, but you can't see the Magic Kingdom. You can't see Epcot or anything from Interstate because they're so far back here off the road. But they actually own all the land all the way back up there because they own like 1 million or something like acres. It's ungodly how much Disney bought when they first were moving down here because nobody was out there, nothing but cattle farmers. Disney just bought another 400 and something thousand acres just south of Celebration by Davenport. I guess I don't know why. They won't say anything, but they just bought another 400 something thousand acres. I'm like, what the hell do you need 400 something thousand acres from a big rancher? I guess all the ranchers from like Kissimmee and St. Cloud, they said 20 years ago it was nothing but like farmland and orange groves. Well, all those people are like, I'm cashing this, honey. Let's get the hell out of Florida. And they're literally selling their family farms of like 500 acres, 1,000 acres of ranch land to these new housing developments for, $50, $60 million. And they're saying, see ya, we're going to go up here to Tennessee and Georgia, and we're going to be builders. And they do. They all leave left and right. If you actually run into anybody originally from Kissimmee, they're all saying, oh, all of our family is left. They're all leaving. The rancher people have all sold their land. The orange groves are all being plowed under because the land is now so valuable. So they're all just saying, do I want to keep farming or do I want to move to Georgia with like $100 million in my pocket? I'll move to Georgia. And they're literally are all doing that. It's crazy. So, but why wouldn't you? Well, work or be rich the rest of your life, and your family and your family's family will always be rich. And it's just, that's what they're all doing. So a little bit of a story for you. Thoughts on Limitless is new. I want to try it, but I have not tried it. I have McGuire's new aerosol spray glass, but I haven't tried it yet. I'll definitely pick that up. I already have it, but I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing when it comes to glass. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Most glass cleaners for automotive are pretty good. I have not ran into a bad automotive glass cleaner. Some of my favorite ones would be Stoner Car Care's Invisible Glass. I'll show you the bottle. Hold on. Really handy for me to get to. So, this is safe on your tint. It's safe on your sunglasses. Safe on your motorcycle visors. Whatever you want. This is absolutely stellar. No ammonia. Streak-free. Amazing. So, what else I have would be Masterson's. Let me get the bottle. If you can hang with me, I'll show you the Masterson's one. Real quick. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I gotta find it somewhere around here. You know me. No. Where's it at? Where's it at? I had it somewhere, so now I look like it because I don't know where it went. Is this it? Can't tell. Nope. Darn it. Oh. Sorry, I'm about there. So, check out Masterson's. The cool thing about Masterson's is it has like a sealant inside of it. So, if you actually use on your windshield and your glass, it actually has water repellency as well, which is like, whoa, when I use it. So that's one of Masterson's straight A products I love. If you're interested in checking out his products, because he actually has that water in it, and trust me, it works really good. I was like, dude, when you get a glass, you don't expect that kind of stuff to be in it, and that's what he put in his glass cleaner. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. I used to put it on I used to always clean my helmet with it because the gets all bugs and stuff on it during the summer. And then anytime I got caught in the rain, the water would be like zing, 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 just like sliding off. And I'm like, this is awesome. So I loved his glass cleaner. I actually ran it. If that tells you anything, how much I loved it. So check out Masterson's glass cleaner. Otherwise, Stoner Car Care in glass, stellar A+ product, easy. Stoner Car Care have their own car wash soap. Yes, they do. I'll be honest with you, it's not the best. The suds die pretty fast on it. I think I gave it like a B- or something like that. And I told them what I thought about it. They were totally understanding. They actually sent me an original test bottle. Just like a clear bottle to let me test. I was just like, yeah, guys, this is not good. And then they sent me the new one refitted that was actually going to be sold on shelves. And it just didn't do it for me. I said, I don't know what it is. I heard that when they put a wax in it or any kind of steam inside of car wash, it kills the foam. But it literally was within like 5 or 10 minutes of washing, the suds were gone. And I said that in the video, and I made they made a new version, new updated. But I said, I don't know what you guys need to do, take the sealant out of it or whatever. I said, but it's so watered down that once the suds are gone, I was like, I just don't like it. I said, something needs to get fixed, guys. And, I just wouldn't recommend their car wash at this time. Hey, Stoner just did contact me today, as a matter of fact. You guys talking about it. They were unveiling their new race car, and they literally had it shipped in from Europe. It literally showed it. It came in on one of those movable pallets that come in the plane, and you're like, are you showing pictures of it? He's like, what are you doing for this weekend? And you want to come to Daytona? I'm going to get tickets, and you can come see our new car. And I'm like, I don't know. I still got to work. And he's showing me the pictures of his car as it literally came in on an airplane on one of these rolled pallets, and it was strapped down. I was like, oh, I want to go, but I still got to watch I still have to work. Crap. He said, we'll get you free tickets. And I was like, "Arr." I'm like, I don't know if I can make it or not. He's like, I understand. But because he's going to be down here for Detail Fest, like I always do when they go to West Palm Beach, and he always gives me the free tickets to Detail Fest. But he said, oh, you'll see it too. I'm like, I might have to wait, man. He's like, I just want you to come since I knew you were in Florida, and maybe we can get you in there. And I was like, "Arr." But yeah, Stoner Car Care is super cool crew, super family. But they're into racing. The owner of the Stoner Car Care family is into heavy racing, so they have their own race team. So that's actually really cool. That's why he's like, you should see my new car. And he showed me the pictures of it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's an exotic from overseas in Europe. And he said it's not going to be the big unveilings like Thursday or Friday, so you'll probably might see it. But it's sexy, to say the least. The fact that they air-shipped it in from Europe, didn't come on a boat. No, it literally came in on a plane. That's how much they spent. It's like, oh, it's gorgeous. But it's pretty cool. It doesn't have any of its Stoner Car Care stuff on it yet, but it's there. It just came in. Literally just came in today. I bet the USI is amazing. You know, the white one here, it's okay for its age. Remember, it's 91. It's, what is it? It only, mind fart. It only has 135 horsepower, so it's not that fast. It's just very small and very light. Think of it like a go-kart. So when you do get on it, it'll get going, but it's not going to blow your mind away. Remember, this was the very last year of the third Prelude. It only has 135 horsepower, so this is from a different era. It was designed in the 80s, so, you know, in the 80s, 135 horsepower. Hell, Corvette in the 80s only had like 210 horsepower, so it was pretty quick for its day, but in today's world, it's not quick. So I hope you guys can understand where I'm going with that. Car wash collection. Problem with artists, I have too many in different places. I believe a lot of things boxed. Once I try the companies, I box them back up in the company's boxes they came in, and then I put them on the shelves in the actual walk-in closet over there. What's the best cost-effective wax? Under $15. Wax, under $15. I would say you probably should look at like a Meguiar's Ultimate Wax. It's like a synthetic wax. It lasts me usually 5 and 6 months. You can get liquid or you can get paste. So if you have a machine, get liquid. It'll be a lot faster to apply. Otherwise, it comes in paste. I think it's around like $15, and it'll you about 6 months. And that's probably right now the best you can get. Stoner Car Care. Go on Amazon. Type in visible sealant or something from Stoner Car Care. Check it out. It's usually on sale for like $19, and it's a sealant. It lasted me almost a year. I would highly recommend it, and it's not that expensive. For $19, if you're willing to spend $5 more, and you only have to do the car once every year, maybe just under a year if it lasts, like let's say 10 months, that's really good versus multiple waxing. The future is, once the futures are ceramics, waxing is kind of like the old way to do it and more tedious. So just giving you a heads up. Hold on. Funny enough, we were talking about, you guys know I'm Civic Type R in a week. Guess who just wrote me? The actual dealer, the guy. He's been really cool with me. We talk back and forth. We show him the cars and all that stuff. And he just wrote me right now. Here it is. Like, what time is it in the morning? Dear God, what is it? Like 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. He's like messaging me on Instant Messenger. Let's see what he says. Ran out of time, lots to do. Just not enough hours in the day. He said he just emailed me too. All right. Hold on. Let me write him back. 1 second, guys. I do apologize. Live streaming. I'll email you. Ooh. All right, there we go. There we go. Uh-oh, low battery, 5%. 5%, that's not good. Shoey helmet, please. No HJC. You work too much. No, I don't work too much. Have you heard of, have you used Shine Supply yet? No, I haven't. Grom is for kids. Stop being a hater, Cody. Take that New York life somewhere else. Groms are to, you talking about? Cody likes to start problems. That's what Cody does. You guys will just get used to it. Cody likes to start all kinds of drama, so you can get used to it. You'll be fine. Remember, Cody's from New York. Remember how we talked about New Yorkers and stuff like that? About their attitudes? Cody's from New York. All right, you know what I'm saying? Everything's better in New York. But then they all want to move down to Florida. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else you guys were saying. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Dude, I'm down to how much? 5% power left. So this is not going to last very long, guys. I just want you guys to know. What is he right now? He's just giving me the thumbs up for the thing. Okay, okay. Here we are. Are you guys ready? I want to get this done before my battery dies. Are you guys ready? I said, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Let me know if you're ready down in the comments. Are you ready? For anybody who's still left in here, we got 16 people in here. If you're ready, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway right now. These two products right here, we're going to get this shipped out. Just Artist got his the other day. I goofed up and I forgot to put the spray nozzle in there. I do apologize. I don't know why, because you know, this is how they come in from whatchamacallit. Obviously, the soap has a little bit of a pop top to it, clearly. But, you know, this is supposed to have the nozzle. I totally forgot to throw the nozzle in there, so... But any nozzle works with it, you know what I mean? So we're going to do a giveaway. We are going to do a giveaway. I take care of my people. I want everybody to understand that, and I want you guys to tell your friends and your fellows about that in future videos. I take care of you guys more than you'll ever know. I spend my own hard-earned money. This was not you me. I spent the money. So what I'm going to do, just like last week, if I can find it somewhere around here, I do have a pen. I'm going to write down a number. Like I did 1 through 100. The closest person to that number gets to win. Like this last week, okay? You will have one guess and one guess only. If you spam more than one, you're automatically out. I don't care if you hit head on. You will get one guess, 1 to 100. The closest person will win. You'll have to message me through Instagram or Facebook. Your choice at Accord79. Either way. You'll message me, tell me who you were, and that you won and your address so I can get this shipped out to you. I already took care of Artist. I'm going to take care of you guys today. So I'm going to write down a number between 1 and 100 right now, and you guys will have a second to guess. So give me a second. I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to start guessing. So bear with me, guys. All right. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Everybody, right now, you get one guess only. Give me your choice. 1 and 100, it doesn't matter. The closest person to 100 gets it. No more than one. Go ahead, hit me with it right now. What's your numbers? Make it number, make it number, make it number. Guess only. Don't be trying to cheat on me. Don't be guessing multiple numbers here. No numbers on me. I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. If you don't get in the pile, on you, guys. That's on you. Man, you realize you guys are guessing the same numbers? It's hilarious. You guys are all guessing like same numbers and stuff. It's funny. I'm like, what? Because I was like, who's putting multiple numbers? And then I see it's the same person. That's so funny. Or it's just two different people who guess the same numbers. That's the thing. Why are we up late? Because we're streaming. We're streaming. I get home from, you guys know I work evenings. I don't even go into the evening is when I go into work. That's what I'm doing. All right, let's see. My battery's down to 4%. So here we go. 10 more seconds. One guess only. If you haven't guessed and you want a chance at it, throw out your number real quick. And then we're going to close it up because my phone's about to die anyways, and I want to make sure I do a nice giveaway to take care of you guys because I do love you guys more than you'll ever know. Because you guys have treated me good, and now I'm going to treat you good. And that's how we take care of our people here on my channel. So make sure you share the channel. Spam my channel out if you want. It's up to you. I won't beg for it, but hey, you know, the channel is growing. I'm having fun while I'm doing it. All right, guys, let's go wrap it up. Wrap it up. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be real good here. I can tell you that right now. You're going to be laughing about this, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right now. I'm going through all numbers here. Okay. See if there's anybody else. Nope. Okay. Here's what's going to go. Because two of you guys got closer than anybody else. You guys ready for this? Ha! Got you 79. You guys guessed 73. So that is Lizard and Valero. Because you guys both guessed the same number and you don't know each other from Adam, I want you guys to re-roll. Re-roll. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to mark out that number. Let's do 1 to 50. 1 to 50. And that's a guess. So guess a number between 1 and 50. Do it real quick. 1 and 50 between Valero and Lizard. Do it quick, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a number here. My pen is dying on me. Come on. Are you kidding me? Screw it. I'll do the best you can. So Valera, we'll call it. All right. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. So what do you got? What do you got? Come on. Where's the other guy? Where's the other guy? All right. Here we go. Damn, Lizard, you're fucking good today. I don't know if you can see that. 33, spot on. You are the Lizard. So Lizard, I'm going to need you to contact me via Instagram or Facebook. Tell me now which one you're going to contact me through on private message. You're going to have to let me know that you're obviously who you are on there, and then you're going to give me your address so I can box it up tomorrow and actually get it out to you. So let me know right if you're going to contact me through Facebook or Instagram, and that way I can look out for it, and then we'll go from there. But good, congratulations. You're going to be actually getting Limitless Car Care's Limitless Lather, the car soap, as well as his Swift Shine, which is his detailer, but his detailer that has carnauba wax in it, so it's really, really good. So when you use this, just know what's going to happen is it's going to maybe be a little bit streaky, but that's because there's a carnauba in there. So you just flip the microfiber towel over and buff the carnauba wax out. So just so you know, it's not a bad product. It's just that it has carnauba. But this, oh my God, this soap, I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away. So just let me know. Let me know. Yeah, you'll get something. Don't worry about it, Lizard. Lizard, I know if you're going to contact me through Facebook or Instagram, let me know right now because my phone's almost dead. Let me know because I'm down to 3% battery life. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. It's add a cord 79 ACC 0RD79 on my Facebook. So that way I can look out, say, hey, I'm Lizard or so-and-so, and then we do it. And don't anybody else here claim that you're Lizard, because if Lizard does come through and I get 2 people saying Lizard, I'll be pissed. Let's put it that way, because that's just being dick all the way. I actually sent it through the post office official. I sent it through the post office, because the post office in St. Cloud is where my mailbox is, and that's what I did. That's what we did. So, Lizard, how are you going to contact me, buddy? I need to know real quick so that I can expect to watch either Instagram or Facebook, and we can go from there. Come on, Lizard. Come on, Lizard Lick Towing. Oh, my God. What I do when I actually mail the stuff out, so what I do is, dude, Liz, you have to create one. I don't care. You have to create it because I don't know your address, and you can't spam address here. That would be just not really smart. So go create a Facebook. I don't care if it's just like Lizard Towing or whatever. It doesn't matter. Or on Instagram. Just make a bland so you can contact me. That's all I need to know, okay? So, exactly, Earl. Exactly. I'm trying to hook a man up. I'm trying to take care of you guys like I always do, but I need you to create an account. Oh, come on, man. Do you not want one? Do you not want these products? I mean, I'm a very generous person, but I mean, do you want the products? Oh my God, you don't want to create a Facebook account? Or Facebook? Just create a Facebook account or thing. I mean, it's up to you, man. I really don't want to see you lose that you actually won. That would be just, to me, it's like, whatever. He's not ungrateful. He's very grateful. He's just thing. Let me know, Lizard. I mean, I'm trying to give you a fair and balanced shot here. I mean, if you really don't want it, then I will give it to him. Just let me know. I mean, there's just no way I'm going to know how to get a hold of you, buddy. That's the problem. You got rid of their private messaging. They deleted it last year sometimes, so you can't use it YouTube anymore. Shit. Are you sure you don't want to use create a quick Instagram account or Facebook? Just get on Facebook for 2 minutes. Just let me know, man. Just let me know. I'll give you a couple seconds to think about it. If not, I will give it to Valero because, of course, he was the next one who would have won, and we can go from there. No, you don't. Dude, Facebook doesn't require a thing, man. Facebook just put in your email address and create an account. The same with Instagram. It just links it to your email address. That's all it does. It's not. It doesn't even ask for your address, your one. But you have a permanent one. I see where you're going with that. All right, man. Well, I'll give it to Valero then. Valero, congratulations, buddy. You are the runner-up with this one. If you're going to contact me through Instagram, obviously follow me on there and private me message, and then I'll go ahead and get you this stuff, and we'll go from there. Lizard, I am so sorry it didn't work out for you. I would let me know if you ever need anything, buddy. I will take care of you and anything. If you want something, a permanent address later that you're moving to, just let me know. I'll hook you up with whatever, okay? I will take care of you because you do deserve it. So just let me know. Like I said, if you get yourself settled into a house or an apartment or whatever it is, it's going to be permanent for you. Contact me, and I'll look out, and I'll send you another 2 bottles for you whenever you're ready to go, okay? That way I'm looking out for you. Valero, let me know. You're going to talk to me through Instagram, I think is what you said. You had an Instagram. So contact me, message me through there. Let me know who you are, obviously, and then we'll go from there. And we'll do it that way, okay? Sounds good, Valero? And then I'll try and get your box out either tomorrow or the next day. I usually get it out within a day or two when I do these giveaways. Facebook, okay. So I'm looking for you on Facebook. That's actually how most of the companies contact me, like 303, whatever. They contact me via Facebook. They either email me and then they start writing me on Facebook, so they can message me really quick. So there we go. Enjoy your night, Richard. Yeah, I'm down to 2% life, so I'm going to go ahead and bounce, guys, before my phone's completely shut out. But stay tuned. I got it now. The guy just messaged me, the salesman, so I am putting my direct deposit down. It's the credit card deposit to hold the car for me. I think I'm picking it up next week when I'm going to be able to go over to Tampa and pick it up. And so I will have, of course, another thing in here. Another car, I know. But the good thing is I'll be dropping the white car here off next week. I think is when it's coming. Next week is when I'll be able to drop this off. So we'll kind of fit the garage, have it for a couple days to a week. That's fine. And this will get painted. At least get the glass fixed on it so I can drive it again. And the blue car I'm dropping off in Wesley Chapel to Tampa on Saturday to get whatever the oil leak is underneath it. It's something one of the seal bad, so it's got to get taken care of. So we're there. Enjoy your night, Pooh. So yeah, if anybody is in the Tampa area, I will be putting it out there that I'll be going to the store if you want to come out and meet me, and then you can come out there and say hey to me while we're actually making the video, picking it up. So there it goes. How do I, G? Just go into my Facebook thing, and then there's a way to message in there. Just look for it that way, whether it's contact or something like that. That's how it just opens up a private message for me, and then you can directly contact me via that way. That would be the easiest way. Even if you just post on my page and I see it, then I go back in there and I can actually click on your name and just directly message you that way if you can't figure it out. There we go. Oh, you're 100% right about that, Cody. That bitch will be slathered in blue painters tape to leave Tampa. Because even though it's only like 65, 70 miles from between Tampa and me on Interstate 4, there's always that chance. I 100% agree with you because it won't have any clear coat or anything like that. So I 100% agree with you on that one, Cody. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for being a part of my live stream. Wednesday, we're going to see the Maguire's Ultimate Tire Shiner for the brand new 2019 product. This weekend, I'm busting my tail to get out this ring one. Again, I have to have my wife's minivan, and it's hard for me to have it. When I have the white car fixed, she said she would drive the white car. Well, I would take the minivan and detail it during the weekdays. So we'll see about that. Anyways, guys. Thanks so much for being a part of my channel. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of finouts 2019. We're pumping them. And again, I'm doing everything I can to look back for you guys because I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys at the very next live stream and the next. Make sure you watch the videos. Every like helps in the videos. Everything helps everywhere I can. I'll see you all.